Okay.
Oh, Daddy, it's like my own not work.
Hey guys, what is up? Inazilla back again today with another video.
What?
Today, we're going to be talking about Galarian Moltres, how to use it in Pokemon Sword and Shield. We've talked about Galarian Articuno, we talked about Slapdos. I call it Slapdos because it's a fighting type now. And yeah, Galarian Moltres, it's definitely the most used, most consistent, probably the best of the three of all of the Galarian Cantonian birds. So, let's talk about Galarian Moltres. Now, there's not a lot of things Galarian Moltres can do, honestly. It's got subpar coverage, and... Okay. It's got subpar coverage and not a lot of things to work with, but what it does very, very well. Especially in doubles. And Galarian Moltres, with its flying type, gets access to max airstream. It can do this through either Hurricane or Air Slash. And whatever you choose between those two moves is totally up to you. But a lot of people are running Galarian Moltres without very much speed investment. They're running it very, very bulky. That way, it can get a nasty plot off. It can get more than one off sometimes. It can take a super effective hit, get its weakness policy proc. You're at +4 attack. Maybe if their attack did enough damage, it can put you up to +5 if you go below half because of an oncoming super effective move. It doesn't have to be super effective, but as long as an attack drops you below half. That's another +1 to your special attack. You can get +5 in one turn with Galarian Moltres. From weakness policy, from Berserk, and from Nasty Plot. So Galarian Moltres can be very, very snowbally. But if you're there is a problem with that. If you're running it super bulky, you might not be able to get the one max airstream might not be able to be enough to outspeed your opponent. So with this very, very minimal speed investment, 12 EVs, your max airstream is going to put you at like 170-ish. So you're still going to be not the fastest, but you're going to be so bulky. Might want to put this on a doubles team, put it with a Pokemon that has Follow Me, or like a Rage Powder or something. That way your opponent always hits the Pokemon that's redirecting. Your opponent hits that Pokemon, you're able to get a max airstream off one or two off, and then you can just snowball. And another great thing about Galarian Moltres is Fiery Wrath, a special dark type move that has a 20% chance to flinch, turns into max darkness with dropped special defense on the other side. So it's not counterproductive like a Spectrier using max Phantasm. It's special attacker, but its max move drops physical defense. So Galarian Moltres has a lot going for it, and that is why. It can protect, it can nasty plot, and yeah, this is the most common move set. The EV spread, it varies between people who want to go bulky and people who want to go fast. I know this is a different version. This is the fast version with Protect, Fire Wrath, Air Slash, and Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch, I've run into it once or twice. It's there to pick off things. It's not, you don't like get a nasty plot off with this thing, but you just Dynamax first turn. You get hit with a super effective move. They proc your weakness policy for you. You're full of your full speed investment, and one max airstream is going to be putting you at like 220 something, 230 something, and you're going to be outspeeding all the things except for Regieleki. And maybe, no, I think you outspeed Pheromosa at that point too. So you gotta watch out for Regieleki, of course, but Galarian Moltres, it will tear things apart. And you don't have to put Sucker Punch here. You can put Nasty Plot there. You could put Ancient Power there if you really wanted to. Another option for Galarian Moltres. Not everybody runs weakness policy on their Galarian Moltres either. Other people run Life Orb. Now with Life Orb, if you put yourself below half health with a Life Orb damage, Berserk won't proc. For some reason, at least for me, it hasn't. I don't know if it's some kind of bug or on Showdown and the game, but it has to be like an attack or some kind of other kind of residual damage that puts you at half your health for Berserk to proc. So you nasty plot when you can. If you can't, you still have reasonably good special attack stat. You Dynamax it first turn, take a super effective move that puts you below half health. You're not having to rely on a weakness policy increasing your damage for you. You just got extra damage output from Life Orb, and if you're Berserk proc, well then awesome, you're hitting even harder. And if you're able to get a Fiery Wrath off, or a Max Darkness, your special defense on the other side it's even lower, so you're probably going to KO something next turn anyway. And Ancient Power gives you rock coverage, and that rock coverage can be very crucial for hitting stuff that resists dark, resists flying. It won't do much to Tyranitar, so I wouldn't. If you see Tyranitar, Galarian Moltres might not be the best option for you. What? Okay. And last but not least is just substitute Nasty Plot, Fire Wrath, and Air Slash. Okay. Now this. What? Later. Yeah, you're in my video now. So I was thinking this one more for singles. You substitute on something that can't really touch you. You Nasty Plot up while they switch or whatever, and you do that enough times. Your opponent might have broken your sub. You set up another sub. You get a +1 speed, and now you're at +1 speed. You got 1 or 2 Nasty Plots off, and you're just ready to sweep. Do they resist your attacks? Maybe, but at that point, who cares? You got so many special attack boosts from Nasty Plot. You're dropping special attack again with Max Darkness. And if you're playing Snowgun or something, you're not allowed to Dynamax. Well, then you're still hitting really hard, getting flinches possibly with Fiery Wrath and Air Slash. Air Slash has a 30% chance to flinch. Fiery Wrath has a 20% chance to flinch. So Moltres can get some really clutch flinches in. I've been a victim of it. It sucks. And yeah, Galarian Moltres is a Pokemon that you have to be really careful with it. You have to be careful using it. You have to be even more careful playing against it. A lot of the time, you're going to be proccing weakness policies. And if you're afraid of proccing weakness policy, your opponent might take advantage of that because they might be running a Life Orb, and they might assume that you're too afraid to hit it. So okay, and yeah, that is basically Galarian Moltres. I'm sorry for the background noise. It's something I have to deal with. I love my daughter a lot, so yeah. Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Galarian Moltres is really good. Bye.